Hello, hello, beautiful human, and welcome to Be the Light. If you are here, you already know that this is a space for deep breaths, real talk, and those little sparks that remind you who you are before the world told you who to be. Here in this space, we share the stories, we cheer each other on, and we do the kind of reflection work that helps us live and lead more from our hearts and less from autopilot. And today, I want to walk you through a tool that can change your life if you let it, the Identify Your Work Values workbook. Because here's the truth. You can't feel truly lit up in your work if you don't even know what lights you up in the first place. And so we start there. And why this work matters is that you've probably had days where you've thought, why does this job feel so off? Or I used to love this work, but now it's like I'm just going through the motions. That's how I used to feel about my work. I used to be lit up by it all the time until I wasn't. And that's usually a values thing, not always, but usually. And the definition of fulfillment is simply living your values. When your work supports your values, you feel energized, you feel focused, and you feel proud of what you're doing and who you're being. And when it doesn't, we tend to feel drained, resentful, or like we're carrying around a low grade irritation all week. And here's the kicker: your values aren't fixed, they shift, they grow right along with you, which is why we can outgrow a job or a role that once felt perfect for us. And so, in the workbook that I have here, the work that we will do together here, I invite you to think about this workbook as your mirror. It is going to help you see what's really most important to you in your work life right now. And we are going to get there in 5 steps. First, we're going to look at your work experience, start with what you love, what you didn't like, what you tolerated, what you flat out hated in past roles. And I invite you to allow yourself to have no filters. Even the petty stuff counts because those things lead you to insights and awarenesses about yourself. And those things are gold. You're then going to brainstorm freely. That's where you get to jot down everything that matters to you at work and no editing. You don't have to censor yourself. No worrying about if this is a real value. Just allow yourself to pour it all out. And then from there, you're going to condense your list. You're going to group similar ideas together and distill them into your top 10 values. After that, prioritize what's most important. This is where you might surprise yourself by asking yourself, if I had to choose this value over that value, which would I pick? I always ask my clients to think about, if you're going to an island and you're going to be there a really long time, which one is it really that you want to take with you in your suitcase? Then lastly, you're going to review and reflect. This is where you're going to end up with some clarity on what it is you can stop doing, start doing, and shift in your work so that it aligns with you and the things that matter to you. And so here's what I would love to for you to do once you've completed it. I always say I give invitations. You get to decide if you RSVP to it or not. But I invite you to pop into the community space and share your top work values, any surprises that you've uncovered, and one shift that you feel inspired to make right now. And here's why. Your story might be a nudge that someone else needs. And we're all in this experience together here. And there's something magic about seeing values laid out together and creating conversations around that. And you might start to notice that there's overlaps, that there's unique differences, and maybe even get ideas or thoughts that you hadn't even considered for yourself. So take your time with it, have fun with it. And remember, this is about honoring your truth and what matters to you. This is not about creating a perfect list. I can't wait to see what you discover. Here's to doing the work that feels like you and letting that light that emits from you, that vibrates from you, spill everywhere you go. See you inside.